Hey everyone, today we got the round 13 review. So, middle of the buys, just finished the second week, and we went abhorrent, abysmally this week. 1,574. Like, really, yeah, you can chuck out all the superlatives and whatever you want, but it was just flat out bad this week. Top 46%, 77,000 for the round, and we did go up 5k last week in the ranks, but we're down that much again this week, 21k. So we basically just maintain our ranking so far for the buys. Still got another chance this week, in the last week of it, but yeah, it has not been good. We've got 11 trades left though, probably a little bit more than average, I would say. Probably most people have less than 10, but yeah, anyway, we'll get into it. Yeah, George Hewitt, 97. I mean, it is his lowest average of the lowest score of the season. First time he's gone below 100, but yeah, I mean, you could tell he was probably a bit more quieter when he played, but he still wasn't even that bad. I still think he played, relatively well. And yeah, 97 is not that bad a score in the end. Jack Crisp, 119 against Melbourne, of course. Yeah, he did play well. Getting the ball a lot. Probably Collingham's best midfielder, to be honest. And yeah, just great long kicks and stuff. Gets heaps of points there. So yeah, great to see from him. Sam Doherty, 139. He played super well. I was very impressed with what he did. Just racked up the ball so much, taking a lot of kickouts, getting a lot of uncontested marks and stuff. And yeah, when he's doing that, you just know he's going to rack up a massive score. And yeah, he's looking like D1, to be honest, at this point, if not George Hewitt. But yeah. And then Jane Short, 102. His midfield role is still a little bit conspicuous, or not even midfield. He's plays kind of everywhere, to be honest. Hopefully they start to slide him a bit more down back. I think they did a little bit more on Thursday night. But yeah, we'll see how that progresses as the weeks go on. And then Jordan Ridley, 103. Yeah, he played well. I think he was Essendon's second highest scorer. So that's good to see, especially when Essendon is going so bad. If he can still be like a top 3 scorer for them, he's still going to average around that 100 mark. So yeah, him personally is going pretty well the last few weeks, even though the team is still going bad. Essendon, that is, and even my team. But yeah, anyway. And then Jacob Weir, 66, was pretty solid. Obviously, he's keeping out Nick Haynes, so that's a little bit knife's edge whether he gets in each week or not. To be honest, it's a big call leaving Nick Haynes out, so you get a little bit worried about whether Jacob Weir is going to play every week or not. But we'll see. We probably only need him for around another 3-4 weeks till he can get up to around the 250, 260k mark. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then Tom Stewart, Buku comes to the bye. Clayton Oliver, 141, was massive. Obviously the commentator was saying during the game, his kicking and stuff and his handballs weren't having a big impact on the game, especially during the first half. But as the game wore on, I thought his disposals meant a lot more. And he had 43 of them. So 141, he went massive and played really well. He definitely deserved the medal, despite losing, I would say. And then Lachie Neale, 123. He played well as well. Getting the ball a bunch. And kicking it forward, thrusting it forward was really good from him. Then Jack Sinclair at 118. So we did trade him in this week. With him in, it means we got 7 defenders, premium defenders. When we sub on Tom Stewart, you'll see. So we're probably going to trade out the weakest link, which I think, even though Jordan Ridley's been playing well, it still might be him, or it might be Jaden Short. We will see. But Jack Sinclair was just going so well. It was probably either him or James Sicily. Thing is, though, James Sicily hasn't had his buy yet, which he's having this week, and he's a lot more in money. At least last week when I traded Jack Sinclair in. I don't really see James Sicily holding up with the same scoring that he has been the past 5-6 weeks, which is probably stupid to say because he's been the number 1 defender in the COP in the past 5-6 weeks, James Sicily. But I'm going to go with it just because I think Hawthorn's defence is still pretty stacked, and I think they're going to get better as the season wears on. But Jack Sinclair himself personally, was excellent when he played, and thoroughly deserved that 118. McRae had his bye. Cripps, 126. It was really good. He seems like he's definitely going back to what he was doing probably 7-8 weeks ago before Mark Pittonet went down. Even though he's still doing a little bit of ruck work and stuff, I think they're handing more of that over to Jack Silvani. It seems like Cripps is not doing as much of that, so it allows him to just get to work at the stoppage more. And 126 is a good score. I did put the vice captain on him. So my plan was vice captain Cripps into Neale captaincy, and then Cripps 126. I think that's about the threshold I would have accepted, so I had to go with it. Yeah, not the worst decision in the end. Say 6 points there on Neil. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really debating Clayton Oliver captain. But I mean, yeah, if I did, obviously, he would have gone a bit better. But it's all right. Then yeah, Connor McDonald obviously did not play, got dropped. That was a bit disappointing. I was kind of banking on him because I only had 15 players, as you can see if you count them up. That's why I did so badly. Because yeah, I mean, I knew this week was going to be a bad one for me. I mean, I tried to plan for it, but there was nothing really I could do because there wasn't really any premiums I wanted to trade in that had their buy from round 12. So there wasn't a heap I could do to get in players from there. And I was already down. Like, I was at 12 players at the start of last week before I even traded in some people. So yeah, it set me up for failure, basically. Not through a lack of planning, though. But yeah, Connor McDonald not playing was bad. I mean, he probably would have only scored 30 anyway, so it's probably not that big a deal. Jack Harrell didn't play either. Yeah. Mitch Owens, obviously sad. I think he got concussed in the end. 26. Can't really tell too much into that score, obviously, given he was injured. But he did play well, actually, in like the first quarter-ish. So yeah, that was good to see from him. But he'll probably miss this week, definitely. And who knows if we'll get back into the team after that, I guess. And then yeah, Rory led by, and these two as well. Jared Woods by Max Gordon 70. So here's a big talking point. Obviously, he didn't play really well, but he did play pretty solid in the first half. I think he was on like 54-ish. And then yeah, he started to get injured at the end of the second half. Oh, first half. And then yeah, second half he just looked bad basically the whole way. So that was not good. I think it might be a move, at least for me, to trade him out, given that I don't really have any rookies that are top price. So there's no one really I can move, rookie-wise. So I might need to trade at a premium this week, and I think it might be Max Gordon, especially given the DPP we have with like Tim English, Darcy Cameron, that we can sub into the ruck. So I think that might be a play for me, especially since I need to be uber aggressive, given my rank this season at like 21k. But we'll see. I'll examine that further. Anyway, Tickle did not play. Dunkley did not play. Cameron 103, yeah, against Gorn, 103 is not too bad, even though Gorn went off injured, of course. Darcy Cameron was still pretty consistent across the full 4 quarters. So yeah, he's really showing that he's definitely a top 6 forward. In my opinion, there's no reason to trade him out, even though he's got his buy and whatnot. He's just playing super well, so he's definitely top 6, or top 8 at least in my eyes, from this point on, unless Brody Grundy comes back and he changes that. But we'll see what happens there. Butters 87, I didn't play too bad, it didn't seem like. But I mean, I guess they lost and stuff, so he probably got quieter as the game went on, I would say. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, at least it's not those 50s he was churning out early in the season. I think probably I'll hold on to him for this season, unless maybe I get a luxury trade later in the season. But, I mean, he's 482k. I mean, if I'm going to trade him, I'll probably need like 100k, I would say, to get up to someone. But, yeah, we'll see. Heaney also probably hasn't been going well recently. Obviously, didn't play on the weekend, though. Neither did Hamilton. And Callow, 28. Thought he might do a little bit better than 28. Obviously, he got the nickname Buckets, so I was hoping he would take a few more contested marks. I think he maybe took 1 in the end or something. But, I mean, yeah, 28 is not that good. Was hoping for maybe a 45-50. Probably a little too optimistic there, like especially against Fremantle, who've got good key defenders. But anyway, yeah, that's the team. Those who didn't play. And yeah, so just showing you before you get into trades what the team will look like this week if we sub everyone on that will play. So, just quickly. So, we got this. So, right now we've got 17 on field that will play this week. Difficulty is we've got Buku Karmas on the bench, who may, if he does play, we can't get him on, given we've already got 6 playing defenders. So the thing, he might get dropped though as well. He very much might get dropped. So yeah, I'm not really banking on him playing anyway. But yeah, we got 17 on, so that's a difficulty. The thing, yeah, as I was saying, I think I'm going to trade out Max Gordon, especially if it comes out later in the week that he is injured. He's going to miss like 4 to 6 weeks or something. With like, yeah, his back injury, or it was knee, ankle. I saw he had a lot of strapping on the lower leg region. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. I might just avoid all of that catastrophic news or whatever and just trade him out now. So if we do that, I want to get a midfielder in. So to do that, we'll probably sub in English into the ruck, and then we'll sub McDonald into the forward line. And then, yeah, looking at it, like you look at the mids, I think if we go average-wise, the ones that I could go, Callum Mills, not Brayshaw, he's got to buy Keys, Kelly. I think probably Sam Walsh, Dusty Parish obviously got injured, which is bad for him. And bad if you brought him in, but yeah. Not sure the severity of that, but yeah. Yeah, so I think really the main people who's out of here is Walsh, Kelly, and Mills. Thing is though, if you look at someone like Mills' scoring recently, like obviously he had that massive 214 game, which sticks out like a sore thumb when you look at it. And even 167 is obviously extremely good. But besides that, last 3 weeks haven't been really too flashy. And it just scares me off a little bit. Like, I feel like his average is really being boosted by a few games, and otherwise he hasn't been really that good. Which you can see, like a 110 average the last 3 rounds, 111 for the last 5. So it hasn't been necessarily spectacular from him. Andy Brayshaw, who does have his bye this week. But I mean, he's dipped below 100 quite a few times this season. He's probably, a bit more inconsistent as well, still young. Even though he's in for the season. Josh Kelly, has been going very well recently. 2 150s there in the span of 3 weeks. About like a 120 average last 3. Although he has had easy games against West Coast and North, which he's not going to have for the rest of the season. His fixture gets a little harder, so probably not him. And then someone like Sam Walsh. He has been good. I think, the 75, it looks like it's a bit of an out-of-the-blue bad game for him, which is surprising since they did win pretty comfortably. That he scored badly, but yeah. So I think really is out of Mills, Kelly, and Walsh for this spot. I am still undecided. I think tentatively right now I'll say Sam Walsh. I'm gonna trade in. He's the cheapest out of all of them, only by 10k though. Doesn't make a huge difference. But yeah, okay, we'll say tentatively I'm trading in Sam Walsh. That is not definite though this week. But if we do trade him in, that means we got a full team of premiums, bar one forward, basically. We're one forward off. So if we were to just sub them now all our premiums, to show what that would look like. So as you can see, we're just playing the one forward, which would probably Callow can play when he comes back. So this is basically the full team. I think forward-wise, if we just examine it a little bit, who would we trade in? It's probably Bailey Smith. Probably not, to be honest. With the suspensions he got, probably be suspended for a little long, I would say. Otherwise, Taylor Walker's an interesting one. Averaging 100, only played the 8 games, obviously. Anyway, probably not Taylor Walker. Stephen Cornelio, looking at that makes me sick. 174. We traded him out when he had his bye, so yeah, I'm sick to my stomach looking at that. But anyway, still undecided about who will make this last forward premium. I mean, look at that, 4 Bulldogs players up the top. Tom Liberatore at 7, average-wise for this season, so that's crazy to think about. You think point sharing would be going on a lot, and then Adam Trelaw at 11. So maybe it's Luke Parker. If you look at it, he has had some big games obviously this year. A few 150, 112. I mean, besides this 39 game, which seems pretty deplorable against North Melbourne as well. I mean, a few 70s, but otherwise he hasn't been too bad. So we might look at that as well in a couple weeks. But yeah, as for now, we are going to trade out Max Gawn. Also, I just want to say that clip from before, I did record at about 8 a.m. on Wednesday, and I think I said it would be out for about 4 to 6 weeks. It's about 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. right now on Wednesday, and the news has come out, or 2 p.m. I think, and the news has come out that Max Gawn's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. So I just want to say I'm a bit of a prophet in that respect. Anyway, though, moving on. This is the team this week, captaincy-wise. We will be definitely trading out Max Gawn, and probably will be Sam Moore, so we'll bring in. But so we got a Richmond Carlton game Thursday night, just like the start of the season. But I don't think we'll put a captaincy on there. Richmond have been in good form, so probably I would look at like Patrick Cripps, but probably not. Otherwise, someone like a Rory Laird does have a good matchup against Gold Coast. Tom Stewart, hopefully he's back. Against West Coast, could be a great matchup. He has been scoring like an uber premium, recently. So, yeah. Tim English, if Matt Flynn is his ruckman that he's going up against and Braden Pruce is not playing, it could potentially be a good matchup, but we'll see there. And Jared Witts, I know Riley O'Brien hasn't been in the best of form, so Jared Witts could potentially capitalize there. But I think, just to start off with, we'll probably go with, we'll have to go, or Laird going against Miller. That'll probably be a head-to-head matchup in that game, which makes it a bit tough. I mean, yeah, I'm a bit undecided on this one as well, but I guess, yeah, just like Sam Walsh, I'll put a little kind of one out there. We'll go, say, oh, nah, he might get, no, actually, nah, I'll go Bont into Laird just for now. But obviously, they both might change, so yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching.